can we just jump into some semifinal previews a little
Sure.
bit now? I think that if this American team is feeling good and rolling, they could take a serious run at Poland. I think that this semifinal, which is a rematch of last year's VNL final, is
Correct.
one that could go the limit. It could go the limit. I
Definitely.
really think so. I'm sorry, Rob. I'm picking Poland in this one. I think I'm picking Poland 3-2. I'm picking in Poland in 5.
Okay.
But this is one that could go the limit. As I said, like, this is going to be the matchup of basically the best
Everett,
middle pairing in the
we
world.
We have times set for the semifinals.
Yeah. Hit me with that shit.
On Wednesday, August 7th at 10 a.m. Eastern, Poland will play the United States. And then at 2 p.m. Eastern, Italy will play France. Those are the times. That is, I think,
10 p.m. and 10 a.m. and 2 p.m.
10 a.m. and 2 p.m. It's
amazing.
I think it's an hour earlier than a lot of the blocks have been so far. So I think that's 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. local. But Poland versus USA will be the earlier of the two games on Wednesday, as I'm just now seeing. I'm looking up the recent head-to-head history between the two of them. We've played Poland a lot this quad. We've played Poland a lot this quad. Last year's VNL final, they beat us in Poland. 2022 World Championship, we played them twice in Poland, lost both times. We played them in the VNL semifinals in 2022. Yes, 22 in Italy, and crushed them 3-0. I don't remember about 2021 if we played them at all. So the history is there, and really we haven't lost to Poland in a major game that hasn't been in Poland this entire quad.
Okay.
And we will not. And we'll be playing them in Paris on Wednesday, not in Poland. I love the way that we match up against them. I like the fact that we have a lot more diversity in the way that we're playing volleyball right now. We're getting more contributions from more people, and I think what we're doing, especially with Micah Christensen right now, is much more unpredictable than the offense that Marcin Janusz runs.
So I disagree with getting more people involved, but we'll skip over that. But I do fully agree that I think that Micah Christensen, this needs to be an all-time Micah Christensen. For the USA to win, he needs to be in his bag, and he needs to have one of the best matches ever. He needs to have one of his best matches ever for this team to have a shot against this Polish team. Because I think physically the US matches up with Poland nicely, so you're going to be able to play with them at the block, and especially from the baseline. Offensively, and just in terms of pure firepower, I give the advantage to Poland. However, because of the way that Micah runs that offense, that's how it opens up, and I think balances out a little bit. This one has to go to the intangibles for sure. Yep. This one is which team can dig deep. This one is which team is closer together, works better together. This one is which team is going to bounce back quicker from being down, because you're going to see either one team is going to come in and absolutely demolish and steamroll the other, and it'll be like a what the fuck just happened, or it's going to be a back and forth battle all the way to the end. Yep. That's the way it's going for me. So if the USA can manage to have Micah play one of his best player games, if their skill players, aka Eric and Micah, can be the best skill players on the court, then the USA has a real shot in this one.
I agree. I think that's a really good assessment. The intangibles are going to be insanely important at how you handle the ebbs and flows of an Olympic semifinal. And as for the way that has gone this tournament so far, I like the way the United States has handled adversity better than the way that Poland has handled it. Poland had adversity in pool play, and they came back from down 2-1 against Brazil and won that match. That was really impressive, but they got slapped around by Italy.
Bro, and
I did not like the way that they responded to that.
Bro, Poland had to scale a mountain, and you guys had to hike up a hill. To be perfectly honest.
We had the best pool in the tournament. They got to play Egypt, and they needed 5 to beat Brazil, and we beat them in 4 in a bigger match.
We
beat a common opponent in a better margin of victory in a bigger moment.
This is the American fragility I'm talking about.
You're talking nonsense, and I'm speaking truth over
here. You're like pumping up everything your team has done, glazing over the facts. And but you know what? I'm here for it. That's why you guys do good at the Olympics. You just forget about everything, all the atrocities you've done before, and you're like, hey, we're the best. We're going to continue. But yeah, I think this one is going to be spicy. I think it's going to be a really, really good one, and it has the potential to be an all-time great.
It does. I respect the Poland 3-2 pick. I could definitely see it. I'm going USA 3-1. I think we put serious pressure on Bartosz Kurek to score. He is the key player for me on Poland's side, and he was very good today, really good today against Slovenia. But through pool play, he was not. And I like our chances of bringing him back down to that pool play level. USA 3-1. We're going to the gold medal match.
All right, fair enough. I think it's going to be Poland 3-2.
Okay. The second semifinal, 8 p.m. local, that is 2 p.m. Eastern, Italy versus France. Oh boy. Obviously there's so much on the line. I mean, it's the Olympic semifinals, for God's sakes, but France did beat Italy without their full lineup and with Italy's full lineup at VNL this year. Everett, you and I saw that match in Ottawa. That is the recent history that sticks out in my mind. Italy kind of stomped on France at last year's European Championship. And Italy beat France 3-2 on their way to winning the World Championship in 2022. So that's some recent history for whatever it's worth.
This one is going to be another battle.
Oh, yeah.
This one is going to be, because once again, you've got a lot of French guys who play in the Italian league. No Italians would ever be caught dead playing in the French league, so that's
got that right.
unless that end of season contract where your team's always done, because the French league has that stupid rule that if someone gets injured, you can go pick anyone.
The Filippo Lanza clause.
Yeah, the Filippo Lanza clause. This year was Luciano Podolski. This one has like the ability of its two clashing styles in terms of a steady ball control, structure, very very calm style, compared to a very creative, very, once again, skill-based, very emotional style in the French. Plus the fact that you're going to have 12,000 rabid French fans in the South Paris arena.
Crowds today.
Oh
my goodness.
There will be another red card. I kind of agree with that. I
like that. I mean, if France starts to trail, like if they drop a set or even two sets, and you better believe that Irvin Ingapet is going to start towing that line again, the way that he did today. Italy's got to be prepared for that. Italy, if they play Italian volleyball, I think is better than France.
Yes. If Italy plays, but just like I heard, I forget who it was, but they were talking about the NBA and they were all excited for like, oh yeah, game 7. We're going to this, like we're playing against this team. I think it was the Lakers. They're like, you do know that we're going to have to win by 15 to win by 1. And I think that if this was a volleyball world event, you definitely wouldn't see the favoritism for the home nation. But this is an Olympic Games, and you're going to see the favoritism from the home nation. We just saw it. We just saw it. Like France is going to have a 7th and an 8th player on the court with them. They're going to have the crowd, and they're going to have the ref. Luckily, Italy, it might be the best team to nullify all of that, because I think that they deal with those conflicts pretty well, especially for being such a young team. So it's going to be really interesting to see, can France goad Italy into playing that emotional style game? Because if they do, then it's game over for Italy. Then it's game over for Italy. But France can't out-skill Italy. They can't out-physical them. Like Italy has, I think, like they're at least maybe not chalk in the middle, but Italy can play with them. Like especially Chinese and Legoff, like the Italian middles can play with them, and Italy has the advantage on the outside. The big factor will be for me is can Jean Patry show up, respond, and be the guy that we know him to be, and not the guy that he was in the quarterfinals.
And can Yuri Romano continue to have the best tournament of his career? The opposite position is going to be a massively important one. And I think the middle of the court area is going to be really big too. What team can activate it more? What teams can get front court and back court middle attack involved the most? That sort of thing is going to be massive. And then all the many intangibles that there are. You're right. You nailed it. it's going to be 8-on-6 this entire match. With it, at the very least, the crowd is going to be unbelievable on the French side, and hopefully not the officiating, at least not to the degree that it was today, but certainly can't rule it out. I do though think that Italy is a better team, and if they can, like, again, if they can play Italian volleyball and play and bend the game to their level of control, which is what they're really good at, I've got them 3-1, and I think that they can. And I think that they will. I think this is Italy's Olympics. I think this is their moment to finally. I'm not going to say they're winning gold, because I actually picked in the Volleyball World preview that we did. My podium was USA 1, Italy 2, France 3. And I'm going to stick with that, even with the way that this bracket is broken out. In that preview, I had France beating Japan in the bronze medal match. That obviously is not going to happen, but I'll spoil the rest of the tournament for you, at least as far as my predictions go. I'm picking USA 3-1 over Poland. I'm picking Italy 3-1 over France. I'm picking USA 3-2 in the final. And I'm picking France 3-2 over Poland for bronze.
Okay, fair enough. I'm also picking Italy 3-1, and I think they need to win this match in 3 or 4, because if you go into a fifth set with France, with the crowd, with the refs, and I will be clear on this, like, the refereeing has been atrocious for all. Like, there's a clear favoritism towards the French athletes at the Olympics. This isn't a volleyball thing. This is an Olympic thing. And once again, they're gonna have the crowd. So if you get into a fifth set situation, that's when the mountain just became Mount Everest. Realistically, not undoable, especially for this Italian team. They've won so much and being so young, but is definitely going to be a good one. So yeah, I'm picking Italy 3-1, Poland 3-2.
Okay.
And also for all the people who are saying that Romano was Romano today instead of Roma yes, he was 16 for 31 with only 3 errors, got a block and 2 aces. So y'all don't know what you're talking about.
Sometimes I think that our chat doesn't actually watch the games.
No, me neither.
Sometimes. All right, that is the men's Olympic volleyball tournament.